Alright, so here's what's up. I'm starting another program today. I was gonna say powerlifting program, which it kind of is, but here's the kicker. I just finished a powerlifting program 2 weeks ago. Started doing just sets of 15 in the gym to let my body recover from the heavy weights, which is good, and I know it's good for me. And it made me sore as hell, but it was also so fucking boring. I mean, so boring that I said, what are we doing? You know, you've got to stop this. It's been 2 weeks. It's not like I'm deadlifting 700 pounds to where I need, like, my joints need the break. Like, I deadlifted 500 pounds one time, right? We'll be fine. So I said, frick it. Let's start lifting heavy again. So, starting a program, but instead of being powerlifting traditional, based on the back squat, the deadlift, the bench press. I guess that's it. I'm doing 4 lifts that it's based on, that I'm trying to get stronger. The sumo deadlift, which I guess is powerlifting. The Zercher squat. The overhead press. And the barbell row. Yes, the barbell row. Frick. I've always wanted to row heavy weights, but I feel like when I'm training for a conventional deadlift, I can't, because heavy rows really tax the lower back. But since I'm doing sumo deadlifts, not as taxing on the back, I think we'll be good. So yeah, barbell rows, sumo deadlifts, overhead presses, and Zercher squats. And the goal with the rows is, so the other lifts is I'm trying to work up to a max, right? Barbell rows, I'm gonna try to work up to, at the end of my program, like a max set of 3. Or like a heavy set of 3, right? So I want to get them stronger, but I'm not gonna try to max out my rows, because I feel like that's just gonna be weird. I don't know if I'd want to, you know, do sets of 1 on a barbell row. So I'm starting with sets of 5 for every other lift, and then rows, I think I'm starting with sets of 7. Yeah. So today is deadlifts. We're doing 3 sets of 5 on the sumo deadlift at 70% of, I'm doing 7% of my conventional max that I just tested. So I know it's less. I know I can sumo more, but it's really the most accurate max that I have, because I haven't sumo maxed in a while. Plus with this program, you can auto adjust the percentages pretty easily based on getting stronger. So, you know, if it starts to feel easy, it's pretty easy to adjust. I mean, I started my last program, conventional deadlift, started at 440 was my max, and then towards the end, my like estimated max based on how many reps I could do with my working weights was like 525, and I didn't get that. I also didn't go for it, so, you know, I might have been closer to that. I did 505. It was pretty, I mean, I could have probably done 515, but we're at that point where I already had hit like a 70-pound PR. Like, what are we really, you know, I'd hit 2 PRs. There's no point to do another set because I would have been weaker anyways after doing 495, 505. So yeah, 505 is my estimated max in my program. It's gonna adjust, I know that, but it's better to start off lower than to overestimate yourself and, you know, get fricked. So, and I have a pretty good idea of my max for the other lifts as well. I mean, I know I've done Zerchers with 365 before, and I just squatted 440 back squat. So I'm gonna say I can 405 Zercher, which I think is pretty accurate. I think I can 405 Zercher. Overhead press, I've done 185. I'm just gonna keep it at that and adjust from there. And rows, I'm gonna say 315 for a set of 3, which I don't know if I've done, but I think I could do. You know, I don't feel like that's crazy. Like, I wouldn't be very impressed with myself if I did 315 for 3. Because, I mean, I've definitely done 315 for a couple before. So I'm just going to start at that. I'm not going to try to overestimate myself. You know, if I could finish rowing 4 plates, that's really the goal, is I want to row 4 plates. I've already yelled 4 plates in a little bit. You know, I want to row 4 plates. I think that'd be sick. So yeah, I mean, overhead press 225 would be sick. Rowing 4 plates. Sumo, I really don't know what I can get with sumo. I mean, the goal is 600, obviously. But, you know, if we set our sights for 600 and we come up at, we'll be realistic, 560, something like that. You know, I mean, if we're saying my estimated max right now, say it's 20 pounds more, 525, I think I could put 40 pounds on it, you know, 565. But we start out small. Today we're doing 350, I believe, 345 for 3 sets of 5. I'm not gonna try to push the reps at all past 5, just because I haven't done sumos in a while. So I still need to get used to, 1, the form, but also just like my adductors, you know, they're not used to, I haven't done anything that wide stance in a while. So I do want to, you know, make sure that I'm not going to pull something, you know, trying to push it too much first time back. So I'm going to, at least the first 2 weeks, not going to push reps or weight at all, even if it's easy, because I don't know what it's going to make me feel like after the fact. Once we get to week 3 or so, you know, we'll start to push it and start adjusting for what my true max should be. I think that's all I got to say. All right.